Alright guys, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for coming back to this channel. You guys have been awesome. I know that there's been a lot of great support and a lot of great feedback, so thank you guys so much for all of those. I want to share this deck with you folks today. This is called Zombie Floodgates. Zombie Floodgates, I think, is a really good deck. This is one of those decks. It's dangerous. It's got a lot of ways to win. There's a huge damage output that you can achieve with this deck. And there's just a lot of good ways to win with this deck, and it's just really dangerous. All right. One of the ways that it's dangerous is it uses this ability here, right? Horde. Horde is this final ultimate ability for Liliana, Death's Majesty. This, I have to say just probably off the bat that this deck is for Liliana, Death's Majesty. You can use this deck for other planeswalkers, but it won't have the that impact. It won't have the destructive ability that it will have if you use it for Liliana, Death's Majesty. All right, and like I said, it's because of this Horde ability. All right, Horde says create a token support with when a zombie enters the battlefield, your opponent takes 4 damage. This support does not reinforce. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get this ability out, right? It's going to put a token down that allows us to do 4 damage to our opponent every time a zombie comes out. And it's going to do 4 damage to the opponent every time the zombie comes out for every single one of these tokens that are played. Now, the way that this deck is built, you're probably only going to need 1 Horde token, just because it's going to be so devastating. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the devastating ability of the Tainted Adversary. Tainted Adversary here, it says when this creature enters the battlefield, you may drain all mana from your hand and graveyard. If you do, this card's level is increased by the amount of mana drained this way. Create X zombie tokens, these decayed zombie tokens. X is 2 times this card's level. Alright, so let's say you drain 30 mana from your hand, you're going to be able to make a whole lot of decayed zombie tokens, right? How many? Well, you're going to get 30 for your level because that's how much mana you drain from your hand. You're going to be able to put X times 2, which is 60 zombie tokens, right? That's pretty awesome. You drain 30 mana from your hand, you get 60 tokens. Every single one of these tokens will be 2/2. So if you drain 30 from your hand, you'll get 60 decayed zombie tokens, because 30 times 2. And every single one of these decayed zombie tokens will be 2/2. That's pretty devastating, right? Because that means that you drain 30 from your hand, you'll be able to put 60 decayed zombie tokens. The 60 will have a power of 120 over 120. Pretty devastating. You can win a ton of games just by doing that. All right, but you can see why we use it for Liliana's Death's Majesty, right? Because every time one of those zombie tokens comes out, your opponent will take 4 damage. So in that little scenario I gave, if you took out 30 mana from your hand, you drain that 30, you would be able to put 60 of these tokens, and every single one of those zombie tokens, every one of the 60 will trigger this ability here. Every one of the 60, as they come out, will put 4 damage to your opponent right then and there. You don't even have to attack at that point because you got so much damage on your opponent. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the deck real quick. Here's a really good one, Yargoth. Yargoth's nice. The reason I like Yargoth here is it says pick one of the first 4 different cards of your library, fetch that card. It gains some mana, but the reason that I like this one here is it's going to allow me to pick up Tainted Adversary very quickly, right? That's kind of what we're trying for here with Yargoth. We're trying to get the Tainted Adversary into our hand as fast as possible. Yargoth does that, and it also helps to put mana in the hand that we're going to eventually be able to drain, right? So that's good. Here's another one, Search for Blex. Again, you can kind of see, right? Fetch. Fetch is important because we're going to want to pull this card, all right? Search for Blex allows you to do the fetch. It says pick up to the first 4 different cards from your library, fetch those cards and destroy the others. All right, you will lose some life here, as you can see, but really what we're trying to do is pull this card, and we're trying to pull that card as fast as possible. Hopefully we're going to have the Horde already established, and at that point the game's over if you can have enough mana in your hand to be drained. All right, you can see some of the rest of these cards. These here are to help you to get as much free mana as you can. It gives you an advantage when you're matching gems, right? That convert is really good. And Elhammer's Archive, that's another one that's going to help you to get the Tainted Adversary really, really quickly. Okay, so you can kind of see what we're going for. We're going to go for the Tainted Adversary. If you have Tainted Adversary by itself, drained all the rest of your hand, that could be a winning recipe right there. If you have Horde already out, get that Tainted Adversary out. That's probably a game winner as well. And all of the cards in this deck basically help you to get the Tainted Adversary as quickly as possible. Okay, so that all being said, we pull the Tainted Adversary. In fact, 2 of them right off the first draw. That's great. I'm going to play the Crypt of Agadine first, because what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to fill up the hand with a lot of mana and then play the Tainted Adversary. This is going to help you to do that quickly. All right, so let's do that. And we'll go like this. Now, for those of you that don't have this particular Nissa or Liliana, I'll just show you real quick. Liliana Death's Majesty, you have these abilities. You can pause the video here if you want, take a read for yourself. I want to point out also over here, right, the mana bonuses, the black, the blue, and the red give us the most. So we're going to try to do that. Black, blue, and red as much as possible. All right. Search for Blex. Like this. Now, the Crypt of Agadine is going to help us to convert some to black. That's going to definitely help us here. You can see right there, a nice convert to black. I want to turn this off. And we'll go like that. There we go. We're paying off cards. We're putting mana in the hand. That's really good. We're getting some loyalty points also. That's really good. It's going to help us to definitely do the damage that we need to do. Alright, taking a look at the hand here. Go like that. That's really good. It helps us to get some more of the loyalty points that we need. Helps us to get that ability going. Hopefully we'll be able to get that soon. Okay, let's take a look. I'm kind of tempted here to hit this and launch our zombies already. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll wait just because we have Horde coming up most likely next turn, if I can get something right here. And we'll go like this. This will give us the Horde ability on the next turn, and it looks like it's going to win the game for us. I'll show you how. All right, let's take a look. We'll hit the Horde ability. All right, there's our Horde card. You can see what it says again. Right, every time a zombie comes into play, our opponent's going to take 4 damage. Gonna turn the Tainted Adversary on so that he does launch. And that's probably gonna be it, guys. We'll just hit this here. It doesn't really matter. We're getting some good mana anyway. We'll hit that, yes, to drain. And here come those zombies. This is why it's called Zombie Floodgate, right? The zombies are coming. There's going to be a lot of them. And you can see the opponent's already taking a whole lot of damage. This is going to be enough to win the game. You can tell because there's 44 mana that was drained. 44 means that you'll have 88 of these creatures coming out. That's a whole lot. And 88, obviously, it's an important number because every single one of them will trigger the 4 damage here. And you can see, right, this thing is over. And this deck is a pretty amazing deck, pretty strong. Hope you guys like it. Anyway, that's it for me. Like and subscribe, and that helps the channel. That's it. Good gaming, guys.